How I feel being free agents.
I mean,
Amazing.
Just out here like
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, it's we was always free agents to an extent.
no, y'all salary
This-
workers.
Yeah, no, but this is different only because I think creatively now, Rory and myself, we get to do a lot of shit that we want to do
Yeah,
and always like wanted to do,
yeah.
and get to move around more. Like we came out here and just
Yeah.
kick it with niggas, and
Cause you always wanted to be be in LA.
I mean, I think LA is always a good idea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when you want to get some shit done.
Right.
Everybody is always in town, it feels like. So if you need to see a bunch of people and have meetings or do whatever, it's a perfect opportunity.
It's easy.
That whole shit happened, and me and Mo didn't even talk about it. He was like, "Yo, you trying to go to LA?"
Yeah, like it wasn't even it was weird, bro. It wasn't even like a long, like I don't even think we've to this day even had a real in-depth conversation about what happened.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we did the paywall response, but that was more so to the bullshit that had just happened. Like,
Yeah.
That was to kill some narratives. That wasn't even,
yeah.
you know what I mean? That wasn't even about, but like we haven't had like that conversation where it was like, it's like every other day we just randomly text each other with more shit and just
Yeah.
laugh.
Like, yo, it's crazy.
Yeah, but then it's like, yo, what you think about flying here this week to chop it up with so-and-so, or we gotta take this meeting tomorrow with this person. It's more so like that, you know what I mean? Like it's a real.
Well, I mean, keep it a buck with you. I'm just sad, right? Because I just feel like, I mean, everything happens for a reason, but I just feel like the path that you guys were on, you know, was just such a beautiful path to
that
watch.
chemistry.
You know what I'm saying? It was just,
amazing.
but not even the chemistry. For me, it's really just, it's the leading by example thing, right? Like, obviously, you know.
It was all cap though.
Yeah.
See, I understand what you're saying. The optic was amazing.
Yeah.
But when you know what Rory and myself know,
Right.
it was all just cap. Like you can't cry about De La Soul not getting they splits on one show and then do what you did to me and Rory.
That's why it's hard to be friends and work in the business, because in the business, it's business, right? So like, how do you tell the line in being a business person, know what makes sense for your brand or whatever it is you're building, as versus the loyalty and like being, you know what I'm saying, being down for your friends, et cetera, et cetera. Like, how do you straddle that line?
Again,
Like, without it being compromising?
it's not, see, again, I think we put a lot of bullshit in the game, man, because you can do business with friends. And I think we got to stop acting like you can't. Because people always say, don't mix business and friends. Don't. You can absolutely do business with friends. Like
You should be able to. You should.
learning nigga, not your friend.
but that's a different thing. It's just that sometimes in business you realize, oh, this nigga's just not my friend. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not my friend. I thought you were my friend, but you're not. But you can absolutely do business with your friends. It's just conversation. It's just transparency. It's just honesty, integrity, morals, character. You know what I'm saying? It's those types of things where it's like, yo, fuck the money. Let's get back to us. Like, you know in your heart when you're not doing something right.
Right.
Right? You just know, like, damn, this
Yeah,
ain't
no,
right.
it's just shicey
I mean,
season.
unless you're a sociopath.
Unless you're a sociopath or a narcissist, whatever these other words that people like to label, I just call it a sucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you do sucker shit, like you know when you do sucker shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like it's just on you. So when you continue to do that, at some point you gotta know that this person that you're doing it to knows what's going on and he can feel that, like, yo, things have changed.
Right.
Shit is not the same. Shit is different. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it gets to a point where it's like, as men, you say, fam, enough is enough, man. What are we doing?
Right.
Because I've sat back for so long and I just observed and watched you move a certain way. And it's like, yo, we still homies?
Well, that's where it gets like offensive, because with your friends, you'll always give benefit of the doubt first.
Yeah.
You'll always even give a grace period to people that you love and are friends with, even when they do fucked up shit, because we're all humans and we all do make mistakes. So when you're thinking that's your friend, you do give them a grace period, and then it continues on and continues on. It's like, all right, well now I'm a hoe.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't even know if we're friends anymore. Like, you do business with friends, correct?
Yeah, all my partners are my best friends. Yeah.
Has it ever been weird with conversations of money?
Now, y'all have had hiccups, maybe disagreements.
Yeah, we
and-
fight all the time.
Right.
But I think.
But a certain level of respect is always there.
Yeah, and the premise of it is always transparency. But like,
Absolutely.
you know, that's why we Because when we actually started being successful, and you said, you know, when money comes in the picture, we got a therapist.
Absolutely.
And we do group therapy, like once every 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's shit that you be wanting to say, but you just can't say.
Right.
And when you tell somebody that got money, that something you don't want to hear, it's really a fuck you.
Yeah.
But the therapy creates that safe space where it's like an unbiased opinion. That's what I was kind of trying to say. Like a biased opinion that could say something, and you know that the whole intent is love. But
yeah, but you guys also have the beauty of no one wanting to be famous. Y'all want to make famous people.
right.
Fame is a hell of a fucking drug.
Right.
So when everyone is humbled in that capacity, where it's, I don't have to be the man, or I love this attention that I'm getting specifically towards me, it's mine, like that's where the ego gets crazy, where it's not even money at that time anymore. Now it's validity
Right.
on some type of shit.
Yeah.
Did you ever run into that shit?
What?
I mean, you came up with your friends.
And the niggas definitely did business like kids. It's fucked up. Like, not fucked up, but just like, however best you can do a job that you don't know how to do. That shit is crazy.
But a certain level of respect is always there, though, as friends.
Definitely.
That's all. That it just has to, as long as you maintain that, we could figure all the other shit out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, we could figure that out.
I met you guys, you know,
Yeah.
via him.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn, man, it's sad. But hey, we can
No,
get
I
off
mean
the sad shit.
it's cool on like the creative front and everything. Like I'm not scared of blank canvases. I think that shit is dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it sad that 3 friends fucking
In
fell
front
out
of the world,
publicly?
right, yeah.
that's sad. That's some
Yeah.
corny shit. But
Yeah, for me, that was like, that was the part where it was like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? But we can only expect it because we were in the public eye.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So naturally, if the optics change, what happened? What's going on? So you got to address it. You know what I'm saying? But again, man, elevation. You know what I'm saying?
Will y'all ever be opening the reunion vibe?
that shit's not even my brain at all.
Oh, like a Love and Hip Hop reunion?
Not even
But look,
Like a
imagine,
Love and Hip Hop reunion is crazy.
imagine y'all handled it.
There's been mad reunions.
Imagine like ideal world, everything like y'all noticed creative differences and y'all like spoke, y'all was like, hey y'all, I'm about to do my own thing, and y'all went y'all ways, and it was like a very like quaint thing. And then like y'all tried to do some shit. Like you just said optics. Like that shit was like,
Yeah, it would have been doper if we all could do separate things together. I
Right.
think that's the best way to start branching out and doing other shit. But you know,
Right.
sometimes you have to rip the fucking Band-Aid off, and it's painful, but it's the easiest way to do shit.
easiest way,
You got
man.
to just bleed out.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm always authentic in my relationships, right? And my conversations with you guys and my conversations with him is like, bro, I will tell you if you did some fucked up shit.
Right.
If I feel like you're wrong, you're wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, at the end of the day, that's on your spirit to hold or your spirit to bear. So it's just like, that's the thing about picking sides. It's like, okay, picking sides is like Crips and Bloods. And it's just like, bro, they got some shit they gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Like, but my thing is just like, the nigga's wrong.
Nah,
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'm with that. Wrong is wrong.
Yeah.
No matter where it's from. If it's wrong, it's wrong. You know what I mean? But we weren't wrong. So you picked this up.
exactly.
Boogie don't have a shit.
Oh,
He got to be on Eminem's side.
you said, in this situation?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was absolutely wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Nah, he's
Yo, it's Big Ant, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Had to come tap in one time, man. Rory Mal have just released a second official podcast episode. It's on their YouTube channel. Make sure y'all tap into it. And it's on all the streaming platforms. But they addressed Joe Budden again. They had Earl sweatshirt on. A guy named Justice. I'm not very familiar with him. I'm not going to cap and act like I am. Then they had Eminem's hype man on. They got to talking about the Joe Budden thing at about the 14-minute mark. And they basically said Joe was cap. That's what Mal said. Y'all heard it out your own mouth. He was telling us one thing from what they say, but really doing another. Then he asked about De La Soul splits. He said, hey, how can you complain about De La Soul splits in their music? For the people that don't know what that is, that's the breakdown of how the money gets distributed to the artist. In our culture, in rap and hip hop, man, the history is fucked up, but we don't really get the proper just due. And I say we because I'm a fan of the culture, and I consider myself part of the people. You know what I'm saying? All caps, the people. We don't get the splits and the right just due of what we deserve and earning. Where, you know, artists do sign bad contracts at time, but why does a fuck you over deal just even exist, period? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like what Joe would preach. That's what Joe would push. But at the end of the day, from what I took from what was going on when it all got broke down, he was on that same type of time. If you go back and listen to the Joe Budden podcast episodes, the build up of this shit, the people who was there before 100 episodes and everything like that, before they got the Spotify deal, a big part what made this podcast so relatable with Joe, Rory, and Mal was because they was like, hey, we outside the industry looking in. Like, yeah, we not just hating on the industry or whatever, but hey, we fuck with some industry shit, some shit we don't. But we letting y'all know we not moving like that. We for the creators. That's what Joe built this brand on. A big part of this brand is being for the creators for Joe Budden. So when it comes out that you're actually using some of the antics that record labels use by not showing your team the contracts, that's what record labels do. That's why they saying everything that Joe was saying is cap now. It's good to hear Rory and Mal speak up and just say how they really feel. It's a time for everything. When it was going on, they was kind of quiet. They did that one episode on Vimeo where they did have to finally address Joe when he got on the air and said the niggas was fired and put out different information that, and like I keep saying, we never actually heard Rory and Mal speak on anything personal or anything going on with the business side. Joe exposed all that. Them niggas didn't expose no information. They was quiet, wasn't saying shit. We later found out they had been having issues behind the scenes for a while now. So now they doing their podcast out in LA, running it up. That was a good first, thing against to have, and they run it in the format like, bro, we just chilling. Earl sweatshirt back there, all he out there zoned out, smoking good. I like to hear the guy Justice standpoint on a lot of shit. He had some good things to say and add to it. Mal told him, hey nigga, you gotta pick a side, nigga. And shit, he said, yeah, Joe was wrong. I think anybody looking at it would say Joe was wrong. And like Mal said, it's certain things that me and Rory know. When we hear him talk, we know when it's cap. We know when it's ego. We know that, the fame got to the nigga. And who better to know? Now, Joe, when he comes off, I'll be all the way honest, as a Joe fan, dog makes it seem like very, and the people hear the words, you heard Mal say the words, narcissistic and these other words, but he just saying, bro, that sucker shit. Like they giving Joe's actions a condition. But Mal is like, bro, if you my friend, nigga, you ain't gonna move like that if we really friends. Like, real friends, fuck being a narcissist, fuck being egotistical, fuck those conditions. If we partners, you gonna put all that shit to the side, bro. I personally feel like Joe mishandled this very, very irresponsibly. I feel like Joe has still yet to take full credibility because he's saying these other words instead of just saying directly, hey, bro, I did some fucked up shit. He kind of like puts it out there like it was a mistake. But from what Mal and Rory is saying, you know what you're doing is wrong. That's a big difference between making a mistake and actually doing something that you know is wrong. Like, hey, that's a strategic move. To this day, I don't know how the money breaks down. Rory and Mal say, yeah, the money, the little business things were issues with the contract, but it was more the respect side of it. Where, damn, bro, you're not going to let us see the contract. What say-so do we have? And be clear here. For the people saying Rory and Mal should have stayed, you can't tell somebody how to feel when they help build something up. You can't tell somebody they should have stayed somewhere when, nigga, if you keep sticking around and you can't get no communication now, after 5 years or 6 years, however long, think about where you're going to be at in 8 years. Like, nigga gonna be ready. If you let this shit go on for so long and keep building up, it's gonna be to the point where nigga gonna be trying to treat you like his hoe. And Rory did say, like, hold on, nigga, now you on some, like, nigga, y'all hoes type shit now, nigga. Like, I'm gonna do this shit in y'all face and move how I wanna move. It is what it is. No matter what fans wanna say, no matter what I wanna say, I got an opinion on my platform. My supporters want to hear me speak on this. I got the quotes and everything. I mean, I got the comments today, but I've been out of town, so I didn't get to really speak on it. But understand that the facts is the facts. Rory and Mal were both there early on. They were people on the show. Whether you feel like they were important or not, that's your opinion. They showed up to work every day. And when I say showed up to work, they showed up to do what they were supposed to do. Whether you feel like they underperforming, Joe feel like they underperforming, whether I feel like they underperforming, it doesn't fucking matter. They were there. They played their role as, hey, I'm there. You understand what I'm saying? Before the deals came in. So we helped be here before the deals came in. And be clear here. Joe, yeah, you had the biggest name. You were the star. That's what they said. They didn't mind Joe taking no bread off the shit. So mind Joe taking the biggest slice of the pie. It's understood. But Joe had to be more straightforward, revealed a lot of shit to them on the spot. That's just all type of wrongdoing. And I explained it to my cousins this weekend in Dallas, and they kind of had a gist of it. They was already saying like they felt like Joe did some fuck shit from what they had been hearing on the internet and everything. But when I broke it down to them, they was like, oh yeah, bro, that's like almost some snakish type shit. And I was like, yeah, this is coming from him. I played, little clips and everything. And they was like, hold on, he went on the air and said that about them niggas and they supposed to be his man? I was like, yeah. They was like, yeah, bro, that's some sucker shit. But Joe, he did come out and say he was wrong and apologize, but it's something he gonna have to eat. He gotta let them get their shit off. It'll be real interesting, Joe. Go ahead and pop some shit back. Fuck it. We here to watch. Y'all know we here to watch the shit. Mate. But like I say, with me, I'm gonna support both regardless. Like, I fuck with both platforms. I fuck with Rory and Mal. I'm a fan of Rory and Mal, just like I'm a fan of Joe. Joe talks about certain shit very well. He's great at podcasting. The nigga dope. He wasn't at the top of this shit or part of the team at the top of this shit for no motherfucking reason. So we shall see what happens with everything going on. Overall, I'm fucking with the new podcast, Rory and Mal. I'm on record saying that I felt that give them some time, they gonna figure everything out. And I felt like all they got to do is work at it and be there. And they came with a whole new vibe that's different from everybody else. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the content. Of course, the audio could be better. You know what I'm saying? My audio could damn sure be better. Their audio could be better. But they come with time. Still put out a very great episode. It's hard as fuck. And they gonna get that shit all the way turned up. It's coming, man. Shout out to Rory and Mal. We got more shit coming over here, man. Y'all subscribe to the channel. 1,000. Keep doing y'all thing, man. Joe Budden, keep doing your shit. I'm gonna be tapped in and subscribe to both for shit show. Whether they stop talking about each other or not, I'm still gonna watch them all. That's just me. 1,000, man. Stay on your pivot for shit show.